We were happily moored in Mindelo. We got acquainted with the staff, all very chilled and speak English and or French, like Eridson here, better known as Peixe. He easily hoisted me up and down the mast so I could fix my lazy bag. I had to rivet the pulley back into the mast.
Merci, Peixe.
But he was here for another reason, to help me with my dinghy outboard motor. This was our neighbor David, a French welder who had given up everything back home to live on his boat in the French Caribbean. He was also offered work there.
Qu'est-ce que tu dis, David?
On est bon, on est bon.
Tu vas où?
Je vais à Saint-Barthélemy, la plus belle île du monde.
Pourquoi?
Parce que j'aime. C'est mon petit paradis. Je retourne là-bas. Voilà. Et j'espère vous voir là-bas.
Ouais.
Avec plaisir.
Ouais.
Et content d'avoir fait votre connaissance.
Ah, cool!
Bon, je vous fais des bisous.
Voilà.
Allez, moi je vais me recaler la vie.
Et tu viens.
And after about a week here, he was off to cross the Atlantic in his Stellar 34, as others were also setting off. But back to my business. Another dude named D was putting my outboard back together. He had gotten the recoiled, this thing, but remade.
This dude is D, and D fixed my friggin' engine. I waited all the way to come to Cape Verde for a dude to fix it, and this brother is an angel, man. He did it. Incredible. Thank you so much.
I couldn't find one in the Canaries. In here, they simply made it. Listen. This is real problem solving. African ingenuity. Before this, everyone advised me to trash it and buy a new outboard. D and Peixe worked together, and he wanted to test out the dinghy himself, and off we went. This motor never started since I got Galopin. For over 3 years, people told me to forget about it and just get a new one. And now, check this out. Is Africa cool or what? This is Lola, French musician, a Parisian pianist to be precise. She was boat hitchhiking and needed a cabin for a couple of days before heading off to another island. She offered a soundtrack in exchange, so I took her up on it. That's pretty cool, no? Anyways, I went out to see a little Mindelo. This ex-Portuguese colony has charm, but I was not looking for charm. I was looking for a phone card, which I found here at CV mobile offices. 8 gigs and free local calls for only $12. Then I just wandered around looking for a decent shot. And this was the shot I was hoping for, which I enjoyed with the locals.
La caña, ouais.
It was Friday night, so we hit the town looking for local music. We did not have far to go. Everything's all within walking distance from the port. And this is what we stumbled upon.
Gente sair. Para cantar minha mãe esmola. Vem, banha garganta, banha viola.
We capped off the night clubbing, drinking rum and smoking a shisha of all things. Yep, so far Africa is pretty darn cool. We ended up walking home at dawn and had to snap out of it midday Sunday, as we had a rendezvous with Peixe to go visit his house. We stopped by international singing superstar Cesaria Evora's house, a Cape Verde native. This is a big store outlet like Costco. I'll have to have a closer look on a weekday. And this is Peixe's neighborhood, Bella Vista. It's where he grew up and still lives. We stopped by his mom's house.
Comment s'appelle ta maman? Comment se llama?
Peixe was abandoned at a young age, and this angel of a woman raised Eridson, his proper name. But everybody calls him Peixe. And just a few steps away is his humble home. He built it himself from an abandoned eyesore. He submitted his plans and got the okay to build his home, and this is what he's done with it.
Wow, t'es bien là.
There are more Cape Verde nationals living outside the country.
T'as vu, il joue le football américain.
As for Peixe goes, he has no desire to migrate to so-called lands of better opportunities. He knows he's blessed and fortunate to have what he has right here at home. He gave us a tour of his streets, which do not seem mean, but quite nice. This man makes washing machines. No risk of electronic malfunctioning here, and probably is an excellent workout and no gym membership. Bikes are popular here, and this is a bike shop. I may need some welding at some point, so I'll keep these guys in mind. See that yellow door there? Well, you'll soon see what's behind. Now we're introduced to Peixe's neighborhood on a lazy Sunday afternoon. We hung out in the shade drinking local rum punch and listening to tunes on a giant speaker just outside this restaurant, which a young couple had just renovated. And just behind is what is behind a yellow door. A big vacant lot transformed into a party space.
Rocks, man. This is so cool. Is your place?
It's my place. In a party, anything.
By the looks of it, it must have been a blast. They even had hoses rigged above to chill the party under cooling mist. Friends gathered and all pitched in something to make a meal.
Party place. Horta summer party. Check it out.
They mixed meat, fish, veggies, spices, and rice and let it simmer over an open fire. This dude is a brother to me in a way. He told me his father was Swiss, and he was also abandoned at a young age. That did not make me proud of my Swissness. Probably some dude came to visit a few days, had a fling with a beautiful local girl, and fucked off. So what, he says. This was also when I was introduced to grog, as well as punch, local rums. It quickly cured my hangover from the night before. I strongly believe I will develop a taste for this. It sold for 50 cents a shot, or you could bring your own like he did. It was genuinely enjoyed by all. After a week moored at the marina, Peixe helped us to anchor, and I went exploring. We're in Mindelo Bay, home to Porto Grande, once home to Portuguese colonials, slave traders, and pirates. Now it's Cape Verde's favorite port where much of foreign goods come in, including tourists. Because of this centuries-old influx of foreign influence, Mindelo is considered the cultural capital of Cape Verde. I had read information that the harbor was tricky to navigate at night because there were poorly marked shipwrecks. Well, yes indeed. And this seems to be a salvage yard rather than just a wreck. You can probably get anything fixed here. Here's the loading area for the fishing market. And in the most protected area is Marina Mindelo and its floating bar. Always alive with familiar foreign sailors like Fran and Domenico from Lanzarote and the Canaries.
De San Nicolau, Tarrafal, con estos bandidos.
This is Fran and Domenico. They're from Lanzarote. He's a conejero.
Conejero.
I think we'll see these guys again soon.
And here we are now at anchor, settling into life Cape Verdean style. Looks pretty promising.
Mi nombre es Lola y soy francesa.